Hello, beautiful people. Time for another video. And the topic today, something that I want to share with you is, and it may surprise a lot of people, but the highest level teacher might not be the best teacher for you. All right. The highest attained, the most prestigious teacher um, in the spiritual practice, in meditation, might not be the best for you. It really is as simple as that. Whereas someone who might be um, not as accredited as the biggest names might be the right one for you. And I wanted to illustrate that with a story about the Buddha. I hope I get this right. Um, the story is that one time the Buddha was one of the teachers, one of the Buddha's best students came to visit him, and the Buddha was meditating, and there was a woman sound asleep next to him in great samadhi. And the student, I forget his name, he said, "What is she doing here?" And the Buddha said, "I don't know. Why don't you ask her?" So this student, who apparently came to follow the Buddha next, turned around the woman that was sleeping and snapped his fingers 3 times. He circled her 3 times, snapped the fingers 3 times in an effort to wake her up. It didn't work, and she was still sound asleep. And then the Buddha says, "Don't worry about it. Let me handle it." And the Buddha apparently calls another student who wasn't nearly as attained as this particular one. And he did the same thing, and the woman woke up right away. So we have to find a teacher that is right for us, that has experience with what we are going through, may have experience with our life story a little bit, and so on and so forth. And we have to really attract that sort of teacher with a strong intention and looking for one that suits our needs, is basically what I'm saying. And this is very important. It's very easy to try to go somewhere else, another country, another place, to find this great teacher who people speak about. And as amazing as they may be, as well-meaning as may be, they may not be able to help us in the best way possible. Whereas we might find someone who's local, who's not native to the country where the teaching came from, who, well, may very well be able to help us. And it's just like somebody, why is it that a surgeon sometimes, a biggest surgeon in the city, tells the patient, "Hey, I cannot help you," and writes down the name and number of someone who would be able to help them with their alcoholism. Well, as good as a surgeon is, as good as a doctor is, as highly educated as a doctor may be, he cannot help someone who has a drinking problem. And very often, and I have seen that firsthand, they refer them to somebody who might not have a high school diploma, who might have a one tooth or two missing, and I've seen that as well while I was volunteering, may have tattoos, maybe swearing a lot. But that person can help someone who has a drinking problem perfectly. Why? Because they have to go through the same thing and they overcame alcoholism in this example. So yeah, this person might not seem as qualified as this doctor or surgeon, but he has the life experiences to really deeply connect with this patient. And that's why quite often the surgeons send them to Alcoholics Anonymous. I had a coworker who was from Russia many years ago. I think he came to Canada 20, 30 years ago. And he had to do a surgery, and he went to Calgary. He went to the best surgeon. I don't know what he had to have a surgery on. And it turns out my coworker served in Afghanistan as a soldier in the 80s. And guess where the surgeon was from? From Afghanistan. He was the biggest name, the best surgeon in Calgary. And he literally saw the blood work and says, "There's nothing you can do. You're drinking. I cannot do surgery. You have to stop drinking. Get the F out of here." And literally told him to F off and get out of his office. He probably wasn't happy about my coworker having served in Afghanistan, and I don't blame him. So my friend had to go somewhere else, get the help that he needed, stop drinking, come back, and he had the surgery many months later, and he was successful. And so, yeah, the best teacher might not be the best one for us. And when we try to get attached to that particular teacher student relationship, or we may even like worship a teacher, it might be all fun and good, but it might not help us to progress on the path, right? So we really have to be humble and be honest with ourselves, and that's very, very challenging. We have to be honest with ourselves and say, am I progressing in the teaching that I'm involved in? Am I progressing with the teacher that I'm engaged with in? Are my needs being met in my practice? Are the questions that I'm asking properly answered? And it is very, very important to have a teacher that you connect with, that can somehow relate to your life story, that is available to help you with your practice. And I'm not saying available 24/7. I'm saying that they should lavish love and affection on you. That's not the point at all. But someone that can help you in your practice to get further. That is very, very important. And often it is easy to get trapped in this sort of sense of community, sangha, group, and feel good. Yeah, but feeling good, does it really help us go further in our practice? And that's the most important thing. We only have a few years on this planet. So we might as well go further in our practice and become who we truly are meant to be. And as it may surprise many people, as it surprised me at some point, um, it is often not the highest level teacher. It is not often the biggest name with thousands of followers that will be able to help us. The most help I received, the best help I received, was at a center with 2 or 3 participants in a retreat, and that's just perfect. That's just perfect for me. And also, I've been to some that there are 100 people in one retreat, in one session, and they're amazing as well. So we have to really be honest with ourselves and see what's working for us and what isn't. And furthermore, even if we cannot really work with a teacher, well-known teacher, there might very well be senior students that we can connect with and talk to. So it is important to find somebody who can help you. If you're going to a retreat and you're not receiving the help that you need, it can be very, very challenging. I remember many, many years ago, and by the way, that's one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel, because I just wanted to share my experience. Many, many years ago, I went to retreat, Vipassana retreat, and I did not have any help. And I had a lot of issues in terms of subtle negativity that would come up. It wasn't anything drastic, but I just could not focus. And after 2 or 3 days, I left. So that's one of the examples where there was not proper coaching. There was not a proper teacher there to help me deal with it. And I lost probably a lot of time. And fast forward many years later, I went to a retreat and the same things came up. Actually, more things came up at that time. And the teacher was just absolutely amazing in helping me, in guiding me through the first few days. And very often in week-long intensive retreats, the first 3 days are usually the most challenging too. If you make it to day 3, usually it's easy sailing from there. At the beginning, when you get more advanced and go to more retreats, things change. So yeah, this person was very, very able, very, very helpful in helping me and guiding me through my retreat. And that has been a life changing experience. And that's why I keep going back. So, yeah, that's all I had to say today. The best teacher, the biggest names, quote unquote, might not be the best one for you. I would just open the intention, look for somebody who works well with you, or within that community, within that group, even if the teacher is unable to help you, you may be able to connect with another senior student. Don't be shy to ask for guidance and see and feel in your gut how things are working out for you. And I'm sure you will receive the proper coaching that you need. All right, that's it for today. I hope you will have an amazing day and amazing week ahead, and talk to you next time.